Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today it's Torvin Tuesday, so we are going to go through the tweet that Playground Games have just recently posted on their Twitter feed, and we're going to try and guess what new cars will be coming in Series 23. But first, we are just going to recap over the cars that we got for Series 22, which were the 1994 Toyota Celica GT4, the 1992 Toyota Celica, the Peugeot 205 Rally, Nissan Pulsar GTI R, the 1999 Ford Racing Puma, and the Mitsubishi Starion. So that's the cars that were obtainable this series, with the exception that we still have spring to go. So two of those cars still being the Nissan and Peugeot, which you can still get from this Thursday once spring comes in. But enough of the current series, let's now figure out the clues that Playground Games have sent us for the new series. So we're going to dive into the tweet that Playground Games have sent out over on their Forza Horizon profile, and the tweet basically goes like this: hard at work at home, putting the finishing touches to update 23. These lists are getting stranger every update. Now that's just to sort of start the tweet off. That's not the actual clues themselves. The clues come underneath, which go 7200, 5 carrots too loyal, oily cottage cat, Tom Go Ratty 2, and then rot my tacos 2. And then finishes off with hashtag Torvin Tuesday. So yeah, this is a difficult one, to say the least. It's definitely probably one of the more challenging ones that I've come across. But we're going to try and decipher this tweet, try and pick at the clues and see what we're getting. To start with, clue number one, it's 7200. Now I've looked everywhere. I've looked, Wikipedia, I've looked on, trying Google search, I've tried looking everywhere to see what the 7200 could be in relation to, and I've got absolutely almost nowhere. But boiling it down, I have a feeling that this particular clue is relating to the 1974 Toyota Corolla SR5. Now, the reason I'm saying it's this particular car, I'm just sort of picking up bones really, but in regards to the clue, it's got 7 and 200. Now, it wouldn't be 7 minus 200 because that's minus 193. And there'll be nothing that's minus 193. It's pretty useless the way I see it. So trying to look at it another way, could the 7 possibly mean like one number in the year somewhere? Like, could it be 70 something, or is it something with a 7 on the end? So yeah, that was sort of hard. And then 200, I was feeling that it may relate somewhere to do with the horsepower of the engine. So after looking through, the closest I could get was a 74 Toyota Corolla SR5, because it produces exactly 200 horsepower. So that's the reason I've gone for the 1974 Toyota Corolla. In regards to clue 2, it reads 5 carrots too loyal. Now again, it seemed difficult to try and pick at, but once I started to look into this one, and then we'll get into the ones afterwards, it started to seem like they were starting to become anagrams for the cars themselves. So when you try and sort of piece it together and try and work it out, you get Toyota Corolla SR5, surprisingly. But this one, for some reason, it doesn't seem to be similar to the first one. So whether this could be an updated version of the 74 Corolla SR5, because obviously we've got the Toyota AE86 Sprinter Torino, but when I looked up Toyota Corolla SR5 and you're looking up on Google Images, most of the pictures you'd get would be let's say Toyota Corolla SR5, but the car would look almost identical to the Sprinter Torino or the Toyota AE86. So I don't think, we're going to get another one of them, because obviously we already have the Sprinter Torino slash AE86 in the game, because it came out quite recently. But yeah, I have a feeling that this SR5 could be another model, possibly of the 74 Corolla SR5. It may be one that sort of sits in between a Sprinter version, basically like the AE86 Corolla SR5 Sprinter Torino, and the 74 version. We don't know, but yeah, it's hard to point. It's hard to put a finger on the year for this car, but I have a feeling it is going to be another Corolla SR5. So going on to number 3, and the clue reads oily cottage cat. So again, this is where I was saying from the second one, that the clues start to seem to become anagrams. So obviously you take one word, or take a couple of words, and then you merge them into other words, and then they basically spill them out. So looking into this one, it got a little bit sort of like troublesome, a little bit got a little bit difficult, but sort of looking at the clue itself, and then trying to piece it together with a car, I have a feeling that this one is relating to a Toyota Celica GT190. Now, when I did the video last month in regards to the Update 22 car clues, I do believe that when I put a picture up, I may be wrong, people that may have watched the other one may comment and say, no, you actually put the correct picture of the correct car. I said it was a Toyota Celica. I believe I actually put a picture up of the GT version. Might not be in the GT version, it might have been the standard Celica, but it was definitely a different version to the 94 one that came out, because obviously one of the main differences is the headlight style. So yeah, it was difficult, but I believe that this is probably hinting at obviously a later version of the Celica, and this looks like it's going to be the Celica GT190. So that's that one for clue 3. In regards to clue 4, we move on, and that one goes Tom Go Ratty 2. So again, it was it was difficult, but looking at it again, it just seems they seem to follow an anagram pattern, so each one seems to be an anagram of a car probably. So looking at this one, I have a feeling that this is going to be the Toyota MR2 G Limited. Now obviously this is a limited series version of the Toyota MR2, but yeah, it's got a slightly more sloped front end in comparison to the other Toyota MR2 that people may be familiar with. But yeah, it's looking as if the G Limited MR2 is coming into the game. And then finally we move on to number 5, Rock My Tacos 2. Now this one again was obviously just seeming to be an anagram like the other 3 that preceded it, and looking at it and trying to figure it out, it looks like this is relating to another MR2. So just like I was saying in regards to the previous clue talking about MR2, this one looks like it's going to be the one that people are more familiar with, which has a slightly chunkier back end on it, and this one I feel would be the Toyota MR2 supercharged. So obviously, yeah, an MR2 with a supercharger in the back. So I'm gonna go through them again. So these are the cars that I feel will be coming into Forza Horizon 4 from next Thursday. The 1974 Toyota Corolla SR5, a more modern version of the Toyota Corolla SR5. Toyota Celica GT190, the Toyota MR2 G Limited, and the Toyota MR2 Supercharged. So those are the cars that I have guessed from the tweet. I would love to hear in the comments below what cars you guys have come up with from the clues that were given to us. If you did like this video, then please show your appreciation by clicking that thumbs up button, and if you are new here to the channel, then consider subscribing for more content. With that, I thank you for watching, and until next time, bye for now.